It's New Year's Eve, which means in a few hours we'll be at the start of a brand new year. It's always a time of hope and wonder and optimism. And you wonder what's going to happen in the next 12 months. But one of those things is the release of the first Hobbit film. Like with any massive big budget blockbuster, they split it into several parts, in this case two, put it in 3D. So you end up spending 40 quid watching this thing, usually with fairly underwhelming results. And The Hobbit obviously is the prequel to the Lord of the Rings films. Now, Lord of the Rings, if you read the books and then saw the films, it was the cinematic event of a lifetime. In the last 30 years, there's not been better films made, apparently. If you haven't read the books, they're a poorly acted, overproduced, boring mess. And I obviously fall into the latter camp. Got a copy of The Hobbit here. It's quite a slender volume, which makes the decision to split it into two parts even more baffling. And similarly, it's more nonsense of some small people going off on a quest. And looking at the trailer and then the first few pages of the book, it's written in such a way that you've no idea what on earth's going on. Just like the other three films, I'll give you a list of some of the characters involved. Where are they? Here they are: Dorry, Norri, Ori, Owen, Glowin, Biffa, Boffa, and Bomber, Gandalf, and Bilbo. And this is meant to be one of the greatest writers that this country's ever produced, but it would appear that thinking up names is something he struggles with. So when you consider that he's got to try and deliver some sort of storyline that's going to grasp people's imagination, he's clearly not going to be terribly successful. And he isn't. All the way through the Lord of the Rings films, I was wanting to shout at the screen, "Now, who are you? Where are you? What are you doing?" And they're all sort of mumbling to it. Oh, we've got to go to Mordor, then we've got to go back by Rivendell and speak to this king, and then go to that king, and then Helm's Deep, and oh my god! And this is just more of the same. But what's the incentive to watch it? They even tell you in the first Lord of the Rings film basically what happened. There's a flashback with the chap from Alien digging around. Oh, look, I found this ring. This film's just about that. And they try and sort of at the end of the trailer, they do this hard sell with Gollum appears. I mean, he was the best thing in it, and he was made by a computer, like a new. Oh, God. Anyway, so he appears, and they kind of go, oh, look, Gollum's in it as well. Now, in The Hobbit, Gollum and Bilbo tell riddles to each other. That's what they do, which I'm sure is going to be absolutely breathtaking in 3D, and we can all look forward to watching that. So roll on 2012, Happy New Year.